of pandemic, what kind of food should we be eating in order for us to be shielded or be protected from this pandemic? In order for us to have strong immune system and healthy body, active and clear mind also. So what are the kind of food should we be eating now? This is the topic that we will be discussing. So watch until the end and learn both scientifically and biblically the reason behind why this food or this type of food or diet is recommended for us. Okay, let's start. So, according to the Ministry of Feeding 295 and 296, it says, in order to know what are the best foods, we must study God's original plan for man's diet. So, the best thing, the only answer for this question, what kind of food should we be eating in order to be shielded from any diseases and to boost our immune system and our health, is we should go back to the original. What are the recommended food given to man by God, by our Creator? Because our Creator knows best, because he is the one who made us. So He knows our body, He knows what nutrients our body needs. So when we study, when we go back and study the original diet in Eden and apply them and eat those food, then surely we will have a strong body. He who created man and who understands his needs appointed Adam his food. Behold, he said, I have given you every herb yielding seed, and every tree in which is the fruit of the tree yielding seed, to you it shall be for food. So, understanding this statement, in order for us to know what is the best diet for man, even up to this time, even this time of pandemic, we should understand the original diet recommended by God to man. So, what was the diet given to man in Eden? So, it says here, I have given you every herb yielding seed and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for food. So what are this kind of food? So we have the tree yielding seed, you have the fruit. We have also the seeds, the nuts, and the grains. So these are the original diet given to man in Eden. Upon leaving Eden to gain his livelihood by tilling the earth under the curse of sin, man received permission to eat also the herb of the field. So, God saw that after man has fallen into sin, God saw that man will be subject to diseases. Man will also have a different kind of occupation. He will now till the ground. He will cultivate the ground. So he will exert more effort. He will use more of his muscles. So if we will notice, if man will just continue to eat fruits, imagine if your work is very tedious, very hard, and you will just eat fruits, you will easily get hungry after how many minutes. So that's why God gave the vegetables, which is stated as the herb of the field. So these vegetables, scientifically, if you will analyze, they have more complex carbohydrates compared to fruits. And these have alkaline earth metals or minerals. So these chemicals, these substances, are the ones needed by the muscles. So that is the reason why we should eat more fruits and vegetables if we want to be healthy. So because this is the original diet given by our Creator in Eden at the beginning. Now, what kind of food can give us the optimum health? So, we know that the fruits, the grains, the nuts, the vegetables are the best diet that must constitute our diet today. But what kind of preparation, or what kind of uh, or type of food should we be eating now? Are they it should it be cooked, or should it be raw, or what? Okay, let's read. Grains, fruits, nuts, and vegetables constitute the diet chosen for us by our Creator. These foods, prepared in a simple and natural a manner as possible, are the most healthful and nourishing. So, the tip here is it should be prepared. These grains, fruits, nuts, and vegetables should be prepared in a simple and natural a manner as possible. Why? What will be the effect or the health effect that it will give us? Because they impart a strength, a power of endurance, and a vigor of intellect that are not afforded by a more complex and stimulating diet. So, that is the reason why God has given us this advice to eat only fruits, grains, nuts, vegetables in simple as possible. It means that it should be cooked or prepared in not in very complex way, not cooked in several steps. So it should be prepared in the simplest way. But take note, it should be also palatable. What does palatable mean? It should be delicious also. It should be appetizing. It should not be dull or it has no taste at all. It should be because health reform teaches us to be balanced also. It should not be we should not be extreme. To be a reformer, or to be a health reformer, we should go back to the original diet recommended by God to man. And we should also eat, in terms of preparation, we should eat only those simply prepared. If we could prepare it in a salad form, much better. Why? Because it has more enzymes. It has more compact nutrients. The phytochemicals are there, which can boost our immune system and throw away those pathogens. Okay? Even if we inhale viruses like this COVID-19, and if we have a strong immune system, we will be protected from this virus. Okay, let's continue. God gave our first parents the food He designed that the race should eat. It was contrary to His plan to have the life of any creature taken. There was to be no death in Eden. The fruit of the trees in the garden was the food man's once required. So in Eden, take note, God did not intend to kill animals for food. It was never His plan to kill animal for food. So, if we will look at this illustration, this man is hitting the animal on its head with a big hammer. That's very pitiful. So we should have compassion on them. This pig will have experienced traumatic treatment before it was killed, and the cows that are hanged and their blood are dripping. We should have compassion. We should not allow animal cruelty. We should pity on them, these dumb creatures or those animals that cannot speak. So, if God originally did not intend in Eden that life should be taken like in these animals for food, today or in our time, we should also heed this injunction. We should go back to the original, because also animals now have a lot of diseases. We have many diseases. Why? It's because of the chemicals, because of the feeds, the genetically engineered feeds given on them or fed on them, or the injections, the antibiotics, and a lot of chemicals that are being embedded or put inside their bodies. So these chemicals are not natural, so they will also result to unnatural effect. That's the reason why we have a lot of diseases nowadays. Animals have also cancers, tumors. So if we will eat their flesh, it will also be transferred to us. So in order for us to be healthy, we should go back to the original design. The next subtopic is a call to return. The Lord intends to bring His people back to live upon simple fruits, vegetables, and grains. God provided fruit in its natural state for our first parents. So God is calling us to return to His original design. We should go back to the fruits, grains, nuts in their whole state, or their whole food state. God is working in behalf of His people. He does not desire them to be without resources. He's bringing them back to the diet originally given to man. Their diet is to consist of the foods made from the materials He has provided. The materials principally used in these foods will be fruits and grains and nuts, but various roots will also be used. So, if we will just boil them or steam the vegetables, the nutrients will be retained. Much of the nutrients will be retained. But if we will overcook them, especially those vegetables, the leafy vegetables, the nutrients, the enzymes will die. They will be destroyed. Especially these enzymes are very sensitive to temperature. So how could we get those nutrients that could protect us from the pandemic? So if we have a strong immune system from eating those vegetables that are half cooked, or better if we could eat in a salad form or raw food, then that's better. So we should take in consideration the type of preparation of food that we are eating, even if it's vegetable, fruits, we should or grains, nuts, we should consider how they are prepared. Make sure that they are prepared in as simple as possible, and of course we should consider the taste. It should not be dull and tasteless. Okay, again and again, God is bringing His people back to His original design. That is not to subsist upon the flesh of dead animals. He would have us teach people a better way. If meat is discarded, if the taste is not educated in that direction, if a liking for fruits and grains is encouraged, it will soon be as God in the beginning designed it should be. No meat will be used by His people. So, God is calling us step by step to go back to His original design. In order for us to be healthy, we should follow this injunction. So, let us follow by just eating those simple food from the nature, from the fruits, the grains, the nuts, and the vegetables. The simple diet and aid to quick perception. So, in this presentation or slide, you will notice that the technique, the health tip being followed by Daniel, why he has clear mind, and he has also a strong and healthy body. It's because of the plainness, according here in Testimonies volume 4, 515. Daniel's clearness of mind and firmness of purpose, his strength of intellect in acquiring knowledge, were due in a great degree to the plainness of his diet in connection with his life of prayer. So, if we will just eat only the plainest food we can, of course, the fruits, because they contain more nutrients or enzymes that help our digestion, and that will not require more energy from our vitality to digest, then we will have a quicker mind, we will have a strong intellect in acquiring knowledge, and of course, we should not forget our spiritual duty, the prayer. We should talk to God. We should ask for knowledge and wisdom, especially this time of pandemic. If our occupation are affected, if our income, so we should ask also and pray for God to protect first our family, our family's health, and of course, the daily bread that we need. Another thing here is, before I end up this presentation, uh, we are being called to be temperate in eating. Rich and luxurious food should find no place upon our tables. So, if as much as possible, we should do away of those rich foods, those full of condiments, and those foods that had undergone several processes, several heating processes, and we have added a lot of ingredients like the seasonings, the preservatives, chemicals, the flavorings that are not natural. So if we will just eat those plain and natural, then we will also have the fruit, and that is good health and strong immune system. And when the brain is constantly taxed and there is a lack of physical exercise, they should eat sparingly, even of plain food. So in order for us, especially if your work is sedentary, at home, working at home, and you are just sitting down doing your errands in the laptop, in front of the laptop. So if you will just eat only plain food, those boiled kamote or wheat bread, and also the fresh fruits, the juicy fruits, then it will give us good health and good circulation. Because if you are just sitting down for how many hours, it will not affect our health, because we are just eating the healthiest kind of food recommended by God. Okay, so I hope that this video will inspire us, and I hope that you have learned something, especially this time of pandemic. So before I end up, always remember that health is not by chance, it's a choice. God bless.